In this video, we are going to see about the queue array implementation. There is two methods for implementation. One is by using the array concept and another one is by linked list. So in this video, we are going to see about the implementation by using the array concept. So queue can be easily represented by using the linear array. So here the insertion and deletion are done in two positions. That is, deletion is done in the front position. This is the front position, and insertion is done in the rear position. So if you want to, for example, if you want to insert the element 45, so what we have to do is we have to increment the rear value. Okay, we have to increment the rear value. So here what has happened, here rear value is 5, so we are incrementing the rear value. So what will happen, 6 is a rear position, and what we will do, we will do the insertion. So for inserting the element, what we have to do, we have to increment the rear value and we have to do the insertion. So after doing the insertion, what is the position of the rear? Position for the rear is 6, and what will be the front? It will remain same, it is a 0. And before doing the insertion, we have to check the overflow condition. Okay, we have to check the overflow condition. So why we are using this condition means to check the particular queue is full or not. Okay, to check the particular queue is full or not. So for this we are using the condition that is rear is equal to max minus 1. Okay, rear is equal to max minus 1. See, what is the max? So max is the max is size of the queue. Okay, max is the size of the queue. So here what is the size of the queue? It is 10. So 10. And why we have taken this max minus 1 means here the index is starting from 0. So we are considering as max minus 1. So what will be the highest index value? It is 9. So here we are checking the condition. So here what is the rear value? Rear value is 6. So 6 is equal to max minus 1. So maximum size is 10 here. Queue size is 10 here. So 10 minus 1, it is 9. So this condition is false. So what is the meaning? The queue is not full. We can able to do the insertion. Suppose consider the queue is full. Okay. Suppose consider the queue is full. So queue is full means what we have to do? We have to check the condition. So before doing the insertion, we have to check the condition. What is the size of the rear? So now the rear is here. So the size of the rear is 9. So 9 is equal to 9. What is this? Condition is true. If the condition is true means it will print as overflow. What message we have given? So based on that it will print it is overflow. Okay. So this is about the insertion. So here the same example how we are doing the insertion. So first the rear is in the 5th position. Okay, rear is the 5th position, and what we have to do, we have to increment the value of the rear. So rear is 6. In the 6th position the element 45 will be inserted here. Then next we are going to see about the code for the insertion. Okay, so here we are declared one variable, that is a num. Okay, then what we are doing, printf, by using the printf statement, it will print enter the number to be inserted in the queue. Okay, it will print for example, if you are executing this code means what will happen, it will print enter the number to be inserted. Okay, to be inserted in the queue. And next what we are doing, by using the scanf statement, we are getting the value for the num. So for example, I am giving the value as the 45. So this value was stored in the variable num. Then we are checking the condition if rear is equal to max minus 1. Okay, we are checking the condition rear is equal to max minus 1. So here what is the rear value? So this is the front value and this is the rear value. Okay, and max value is max is equal to 10. So the size of the queue is 10. And we are checking the condition rear. So rear value is 5. Checking the condition 5 is equal to max minus 1. That is 10 minus 1, it is 9. So the condition is false. If it is false means what it will do, it will go to the else if statement, and we are checking front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So why we are checking this condition means when the queue is empty. Okay, when the queue is empty, the front value and rear value is -1. Okay, when the queue is empty, the front value and rear value is -1. So here we are checking the particular queue is empty or not. So if it is empty means what's the meaning? We have to assign the value for front and rear value as 0, and in that 0th position what we will do, we will insert the element. Okay, in the 0th position we will insert the element. So here what we are checking the condition front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So what is the front value? It is 0. So we are checking the condition 0 is -1. So this condition is false. Then we are checking rear is equal to -1. What is the rear value? 5. 5 is equal to -1. So this condition is also false. So it will go to the else part, and what we will do, it will increment the value of the rear. So now rear value is 6. So it will point the 6th position. Then Q of rear. So Q of rear means Q of, what is the rear value? 6. Q of 6 is equal to num. Was the num value? 45. So what will happen? In this position, the value 45 will be inserted. Okay. So in this condition, else if condition, how it will work means, consider this is the Q. Okay. So this is a Q, and here the Q is empty. So that time what will be the front value? Front and front equal to rear equal to, the value is -1. Okay, so here we are checking the condition. So the front and rear value is -1. Okay, front and rear value is -1. Then what it will do, it will if it is -1, if the condition is true means what it will do, it will assign the value for front and rear is 1, 0. So this is the front, and same time this is the rear. Okay, then it will come out here and Q of rear. So what is the rear value? It is 0. So in this position it will save the value of the num. Okay, and another one case. Okay, another one case, 63 I'm giving 72 and 80 I'm giving like this. Okay, so here we are checking the condition. Now what is the rear position? Rear is 9. We are checking the condition, rear is equal to max -1. So rear value is 9. It is equal to max -1. So 9. We are checking the condition. This condition is true. If it is true means what it will do? It will print the message as the overflow. Okay, print the message as the overflow. So this is the procedure for doing the insertion. So here we have to use two conditions. One is we are checking for the overflow condition. We are checking that rear is equal to max -1. If it is true means it will print the message as the overflow. If it is false means it will check front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. If it is true means what it will do, it will change the position for the front and rear as 0, and by using this statement Q of rear is equal to num. So Q of 0 is equal to, it will print the num value. If suppose if this condition, both the conditions also or false means what it will do, it will increment the value of the rear and it will store the value in the queue. And next we are going to see about the algorithm. So here first what we are doing, we are checking the overflow condition. So same only we are using. So first we are checking rear is equal to -1. If it is true means it will print the message as the overflow. And suppose if it is false means what it will do, it will go to the step 2 and it will check the condition front is equal to -1 and rear is equal to -1. So same code. Okay, you are checking the condition. If it is true means what it will do, it will assign the value for front and rear is equal to 0. Then suppose this is also false means what we are doing, we are incrementing the value of the rear, and what we will do, we assign the value in the queue. Suppose this condition is also true means also what it will do, it will go to the step 3 and it will assign the value in the rear position. So same thing only. So here the loop, it doesn't have a braces. So if you say the brace means if this condition is true means only this line will be executed, and if the condition is true means this line will be executed, and this condition, if you are going to the else part means this condition, then it will be out of the loop. Okay, so this is about the code for doing the insertion in the queue.